So I've been meaning to pick up this radio for a while. I was super pumped when I heard this was coming out. This is the Radiomaster Pocket. So we have my other radio right here. Nothing wrong. This is a perfectly awesome radio, perfectly great. But this one was specifically because I wanted it in this size, a more gamepad style controller, but it's also not a gamepad controller. So it's kind of an interesting thing we got going on there. So everything that we have going in, I did get the version there's two different versions you can get. So there's actually multiple versions you can get. One is you can get different colors, or you can also get one without batteries, ones that come with batteries, ones that doesn't come with batteries. And you can also get two different radio frequency ones. Now, I got the ELS version. I got the one that came with batteries, and then I got it in this charcoal color that we're going to see here in a second. Okay, so yes, I got it in this like clear charcoal color. I really liked this color, but they do come with these cases that you can even you can take out the parts on the inside and actually change this outside color to even more colors. It's really cool that it comes with this little pocket bag here, and then it looks like we have a little screen protector that it came with for me to put right on in there. So we're going to go ahead and put that back in there. And then a few other things that are in the box that I just noticed. So it does come with our user manual. It actually comes with some extra springs. I'm going to assume these are different tensions for our sticks here. And then we have a charging cable. Is this also a data cable or just a charging cable? We're going to have to find that out. And then it looks like it comes with some stickers. So very cool that it came with all of that stuff. We're going to go ahead and put this back on in here. The one thing I really like about this radio is that it is USB Type-C. Most of the new radios are USB Type-C these days. So I can actually go ahead and put that that cable right back on in there because I have plenty of other USB Type-C cables I can use. We're going to go ahead and put this back in here as well. So let's put this box off to the side for now. Let's check out the radio itself. One of the nicest things about getting any new electronics. Go ahead and peel that off. Love that. All right, and you notice we don't have any sticks on the top here, and that is because they're actually right here. So we can just pop those bad boys out and go ahead and twist those in. So right away, normally I pinch like this, a kind of a hybrid pinch. This is normally how I would fly, but with this style of radio, I might find myself doing more thumbs because of how much smaller this is from my normal radio. So this is my normal radio. All right, we can see just like the size difference is huge. So normally I'm a hybrid pincher like this, but because of the size of this radio, I might find myself being more comfortable with thumbs. We'll see. But there was a few factors. Number one was the size on why I wanted this radio. I do want to try ELRS. I don't have any ELRS drones just yet, so I did want to try this. But I went ahead and bought the radio because I'm going to get a lot of sim time in. I'm going to get a ton of sim time in on this thing to really see how I like it. And I think the price point is right to where you can do something like that. I always advise people, whenever they ask me about how to get into flying drones and specifically FPV drones, I always say to get a radio first and get some time on the simulators because, you know, you're only out the cost of the radio if it's something you don't like. Because there are some free simulators and you can turn around and put your radio on the used market. So I'm very excited. So I did get the kind that came with batteries. So let's go ahead and check that out. Looks like you just pull off these rubber grips and we do have some protectors, so the radio is not going to work until you pull these off. So these are just 18650 batteries. I just wanted to get it with batteries so they knew they were going to work. Here's another brand. I was seeing people say something about the height or the length of it, but it seems to me like this other brand fits in here just fine. So there are I was seeing complaints about people saying 18650 batteries, they couldn't find ones that fit. This alternate brand that I just bought, or that I keep as a spare, seems to fit just fine in there. So I'm not really sure what those people were talking about. So let's go ahead and get the other one in there as well now too. All right, so we're going to try out this other brand of batteries just to see how they work, because some people were saying they couldn't find 18650 batteries that fit in here, but these ones I just have that I have as spares.
Welcome to HTX. Throttle warning. Switch warning.
So they seem to work just fine. Let's try our Radiomaster batteries, see if they came with any power.
Welcome to HTX. Throttle warning.
Yeah. Nice. Looks like I don't know how well this shows up on camera, unfortunately, but we do have a power indicator on here. I like this green light. But yeah, so before we put the covers back on here, I did want to point this out. You can actually adjust, it looks like you can actually adjust the tension here on our sticks here, on our gimbals, by taking the batteries out. We do have access. They did give us access to a bunch of stuff in here, and it's the same on both sides. So just wanted to point that out before we get our batteries and covers back on. All right, so my overall first impressions is I'm already falling in love with this thing. We don't have any huge switches or knobs that can break off. I have broken a switch before on a controller before, and I gotta tell you, it was a pain to get it replaced. I could replace it, but you had to take the whole thing apart to do it, and I did not like that. So I really like the fact that there are no like big switches that can just snap off if you're throwing this in your bag. I like that you can take these off just like that. And we have a nice storage for them right here. We do have a module bay right here. You just slide that off and you can put a module there. So you're not stuck to just the type that this can connect to. We do have our USB Type-C power port right here. It did come with an SD card right there. And then we have another USB port right there for data to practice with Sims. So I'm excited to get a bunch of stick time in with this thing. So upon first impressions, I'm super pumped, and I'm definitely going to be getting a lot of stick time in on the Sims with this radio.